Mr. Terry Daughenbaugh is many things. A businessman, a philanthropist, a civic leader, but most of all, he is a family man. Terry has been married to Christine now for 16 years, and Terry is a father to 5 children, Thomas, Todd, Tracy, Leslie, and Neil, 10 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. He started out his work life at Kennametal in 1957. He only worked there for a year though before starting work for the Latrobe Steel Company in 1958. There, he remained for 34 years before retiring as General Manager of Primary Operations for Maintenance and Engineering in 1992. Terry was only just getting started though. He went on to start and part-own numerous businesses after Latrobe Steel. His most recent venture is Calumetals Corporation, a multifaceted metals recycling facility located in Derry, PA. Here, he is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing, as well as being a part owner in the business. He earned his Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Pittsburgh in 1968 and completed his postgraduate work at Columbia University in 1985. Terry is one of the original members of the EGC Board of Directors and was a part of the group from Eastern Westmoreland Development Corporation that met with the various development groups in the county to form EGC. It was not easy, as everyone had their reservations. However, once the groups were merged, Terry was not only on the naming committee for EGC, he actually came up with the name that we now use. It was chosen to signify the connection within the county to other counties, of resources to projects, of dollars to needs, and many other significant connections. He was not only on the board, but was a member of the original executive committee that chartered our course forward in our formative years. He also served as vice chair of EGC for 5 years, and served on various special committees at the behest of John, Jim, or the board chair, never refusing a request to help. He quickly became the Transportation Committee Chair for EGC, carrying that title forward from his time at EWDC, and with him, the project he was so very passionate about, the Laurel Valley Transportation Improvement Project. Every 2 years, for 20 years, from 1991 to 2011, Terry presented the Laurel Valley Transportation Improvement Project to the State Transportation Commission. Howard Yersalem was the Transportation Secretary for Pennsylvania when Terry made his first trip to Harrisburg. For those unfamiliar, the LVTIP is an effort to connect the manufacturing base of Eastern Westmoreland to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Prior to that first presentation, he and his committee had to secure the funds from the county commissioners to do an initial study, travel to PennDOT headquarters to study the original project, produce a video for presentation at the hearings, secure a commitment from Congressman Murtha to fund the PennDOT study, meet with all local elected officials and Secretary Yersalem in Harrisburg, meet with the local chambers, the WCIDC, the SBC, and put together their presentation. They did all of that in 7 months in order to be ready to present the project to the State Transportation Committee in 1991, since the hearings are held only every 2 years. $5 million was eventually earmarked for the project study. He championed the project and helped keep it in front of the public eye and our elected officials, along with anyone else that would listen or read a newspaper, educating countless newly elected officials and eliciting their support along the way. Not only did he update and put together the report to present it to state officials every 2 years for 20 years, he presented the LVTIP to anyone who would listen. For almost 20 years, he presented the project to the Citizens Advisory Panel every meeting session. He chaired or co-chaired that committee for almost 10 of those years. For almost 10 years, he presented the project to students from Derry and Latrobe High School at their annual Economic Exchange Day, educating hundreds of students on the project. He presented the project at Chambers of Commerce, Rotary Clubs, and even on one occasion, the Latrobe Area Firemen's annual meeting. He literally presented and championed the project to anyone who would listen, keeping it alive when at least twice it was thought to be dead. Along the way, the project morphed from the Laurel Valley Expressway, a 4-lane highway from Route 22 to the Turnpike, to upgrades of 981 and a slip ramp at the Turnpike in the vicinity of Carpentertown. Still, he persevered. Today, the first leg of the project is about to be let to construct improvements along 981 from the traffic light on Route 30 to just past the air park. Terry is passionate about this highway because of what it means to Latrobe in eastern Westmoreland County. However, Terry is passionate about everything that he takes on. Perhaps even more than the LVTIP, he is passionate about finding a cure for type 1 diabetes because his beloved granddaughter, Mandy, has been living with this disease for almost 30 years. Terry served 3 terms on the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation Board, the maximum allowed, and he was named Western Pennsylvania Volunteer of the Year in 2009. He is a major donor to the fight for a cure and has recruited many in this room to chair or contribute funds to the corporate committee for the annual Westmoreland Walk. His family walk team, Mandy's Marchers, has raised as much as $10,000 in yearly walk revenue. In fact, Mandy replaced him on the JDRF board and is just finishing her 3rd term now. Finding a cure is a passion that will never go away until that cure is found. Terry remains on the corporate committee for the local walk, and when he first joined the group, that annual walk netted about $50,000. The total in 2014, that walk raised over $433,000. Terry served on the board of directors for the Laurel Ballet as well, and, along with Scott Moore, negotiated the contract between the Westmoreland Symphony and Laurel Ballet to jointly perform the Nutcracker on a yearly basis. Before that, the Laurel Ballet was using canned music in their performance, and Westmoreland Symphony was hiring members of the Pittsburgh Ballet to perform their version of the Nutcracker. This new joint venture has been in place for over 10 years now, to the mutual benefit of both organizations. Terry was also elected to the Home Rule Committee for the Borough of Latrobe. Not only did they write a Home Rule charter, but he wrote the article that helped sell it to the public. It was subsequently voted in, and Latrobe thus became a city in 1999. He has served on many boards, including the powerful SPC board at the request of the county commissioners, making a difference everywhere he goes, quietly and without fanfare. He even coached and managed a team in the Latrobe Dairy Teener League for 12 years, and, of course, also served as its commissioner, helping to resurrect a financially strapped organization. In addition, he managed his team to win the league championship not once, but twice, in 1981 and 1982. Nothing gets half done, and the effort is there at all times. Thank you, Terry, for all that you did for the economic growth connection in Westmoreland County.